and we're back on your weekly ambition, where I'm with Jenny and Yuaka, former HR manager and currently a professional life coach. I'd like to say welcome to the weekly.
Thank you.
So, has being a human resource officer always been your ambition?
Well, it's interesting to say. I would say that it's been what has grown me into my ultimate goals. I kind of chanced on it in a way because I did actually start with career counseling and all career related. But then eventually in my role, I grew from HR administration into pure HR work, which is interrelated anyway.
For those who don't know, can you kindly explain to us what is human resource management?
Okay, I would say it's sort of putting everything together to work, managing humans in general, managing the employees. But
managing humans.
Yeah, but there's a lot more to it. I mean, people look at HR and see it as the hiring and firing, but there's a lot more to it. I mean, you have to actually source the right employees in the first place. Then it is retaining them and keeping them motivated, training them, developing their career. So there's a lot more to it. And in modern times, human resource, there's also the strategic part of it. It's not just managing the employees, but getting them to really align with the business goals and objectives. So it's actually quite broad. You know, most people just see us as, oh, when you want a job, you see HR, and HR also fires, so they don't like us. But it's a lot more than just hiring, firing.
All right, there's a lot of job titles that people come for, right? But what are like the two traits that you look for when you want to hire somebody?
Well, that's quite interesting because a lot of people are coming for jobs with their qualifications, sometimes with their experience, but the ultimate idea or the goal is to contribute to profit and growth of the company. And we usually miss that point because you're more focused on, oh, I have this degree, so I should be good enough for the company. But if you have the degree, but you don't have what it takes to do the job or contribute, then I can't really use a degree much.
So what are some of the wrongs that young people do during a job interview?
Okay, quite interesting, yeah. I think the first and foremost is people don't appreciate that the job interview, it's you're giving your first impression. They don't even understand what it's all about and how important it is. So the first mistake is they don't prepare. And we all get nervous. I mean, you get nervous if you don't prepare for that and you don't prepare for what questions to expect. So the preparedness is the issue. A lot of things also go wrong in terms of the appearance, the outlook, arriving on time, and then especially the documents that you bring along, because a lot of people say, if I ask your CV, then they go, oh, I sent it, and I'm like, okay, because you're coming in, treat it as a business. You're coming in to pitch, to win something. So if you look at it as a win-win, then you come in, one, you prepare the questions, checking on what the company does, but also look at your outlook and then look at what you present. Bring along your certificates or samples of work, things like that. Yeah.
Bring your sets. Appearance is always a good thing. So I had arguments, with one of my friends before. The discussion was, he's a graphic designer, so he's going for a graphic design job. So he told me I don't need to wear a suit because I'm going as a graphic designer. What is your impression about that?
Right, I've always said with interviews that there's no right or wrong per se. You have to be professional, you have to be prepared and all the other stuff I've said. To me, if this graphic designer was coming in still looking very smart, confident is the key word. Because if you came in your jeans and everyone kind of looked at you, that kind of body language, if you're a confident person, you will sit there and still speak out, you will show me your works. And at the end of the day, if you're there to win and sell, you'll get the job done. But if you start to shake when I look at you because of your appearance, perhaps, then you've lost it. It's a confidence game.
It's all about confidence. All right, so let's talk about branding. Every day when I come to work, my boss, Nanaya, tells me one thing: branding, branding, branding. How important is branding when it comes to work?
Very good indeed. As a job seeker especially, you need to see yourself as a chameleon. You need to sort of rebrand to suit the company you're going into. Because as you rightly said, the graphic designer might get away with the jeans and a little bit of swag here and there. but you can't do that for a bank. You need a different approach. In fact, you need to even adjust your CV, your application, everything. So yes, and branding is important to understand. With personal branding, it's important to understand that it's both from within and what we see out. So I've already said the confidence bit, what do you have to offer. So I would say it is pretty much the business of interview branding, really.
And that was her weekly ambition. Now it's your turn. Hit us up on Twitter at XLIVEGH and tell us how you felt today's show and what is your ambition. Once again, they call me Leon, and this was another edition of your weekly ambition.